Hey, it's Skip with Earn My Badge, and today I want to talk to you about a conversation I had with one of the followers on Facebook. Uh, First of all, I want to say to the follower, you know who you are, and I appreciate you reaching out and actually having those questions and sharing those concerns that you had, or those, I'd say, frustrations. And here's the thing, I think other people feel the same way, and that's why I want to do this video. What this conversation we had about was when you applied to different departments and you got turned down, right? One of the key things that makes law enforcement hiring so unique is the amount of details and the amount of you that you actually sort of put out for everyone to take a look at, right? The psychological, the background, behavior, all these different things of who you are is being, put on the table, and it's being reviewed and evaluated. And if for some reason you don't make the cut and you get dismissed from a process, it is very easy and very understandable that you would take that personally, that you would say, you know what, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Self-confidence starts to, get questioned. But here's the thing. There are a lot of different things that can take you out of the running. It could be a conversation that the background investigator had with a previous employer. Maybe it revolved around being late for work for a short period of time. Maybe you had childcare issues, and for a while that you were running late, things like that. But that came up, and that's something that took you out of the running. It could be a disagreement that you had with a coworker. So a lot of different things that could actually take you out of the running. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. So what I would recommend is that you continue to apply. There will be things that will take you out of the running from one department, but will actually not have an effect on a different department. But with that said, if you start to see, several different departments or multiple departments that are dismissing you from their process, I would recommend that you sort of take a break, gather all the information that you submitted to those departments, right? Your background packet, your behavioral questionnaire. Always make copies of those things if you can. And then sit down with the recruiter. Sit down and try to see and really narrow down what the issue is. Understand that the departments will not tell you exactly why you got dismissed. Not going to happen. It's frustrating. I understand it. But we don't have control of that as an applicant, right? So sit down with that recruiter. One of the things I did was I would play 20 questions with an applicant and really try to narrow down what it was that caused them to get dismissed. And once we identified it, then we could actually take steps to make it so it was not an issue. And sometimes those steps would be making sure that you were not late to work for a year. And then the more time that you have from whatever that issue was that was causing problems to the next time you apply, the less impact that has, especially if you can show that you've overcome that. So with that said, really if you come to that situation, understand that it does not mean you're a bad person, that you're not worthy, right? Because that is not the case. And really try to start looking back. You got to be critical of yourself, right? And start looking back at what could have caused this problem, and then be dedicated and determined to fix it. This is an incredible job. You're going to help people that you will never see again. It will never make the news, but at the end of the day, you made a difference in that person's life, and there's not that many jobs that you can actually say that for, right? So I really, really encourage you, if this is what you want to do, stay determined, stay dedicated, and do what you need to overcome these challenges. Because once you do, it's worthwhile. So again, to the follower on Facebook, you know who you are. I appreciate you reaching out and having that conversation with me. And I really think it's going to help other people. So if you have any questions, let me know. Outside of that, you guys take care.